back to my YouTube channel. You already know who it is. It's Carrie. Alright, y'all, so today I'm gonna give y'all a story time about when this guy was following me. Now before we get into it, I just want to let y'all know that even though at the time it was like, I feel like I was jumping to assumption, but you never know, being out here, it can be, you know, unsafe or whatever. But find the humor in this, you guys. Don't take it so serious. So yes, all right, before you leave this video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn those post notifications on, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so first off, I was driving alone, and I had my I was in the hood. I was in the hood, okay? I was headed to volleyball practice, right? And it's over in, you know, kind of a rough area. And you know, I leave out the house like 2 hours prior because, you know, I kind of live kind of far. So I had left out the house early, and I made it to practice early, like 45 minutes early. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and stop by that little gas station on the corner and get me a little vitamin water, get me a little granola bar. So I get down there, and you know, you want to make sure, like, when I'm alone, I'm extra cautious because it's like, you know, you're alone, like nobody gonna be out here, nobody gonna care about you more than you care about yourself, you know. That'd be my mindset. So I'll be extra cautious when I'm alone and I don't have nobody to have my back. So, you know, I'm in the gas station and I'm getting my little snack. Like I said, I'm looking for my little snack. And you know, I'm looking at my surroundings or whatever. And I was realizing this guy, I was just paying attention to my surroundings or whatever. I was realizing this guy was like kind of like staring at me a little bit. But I could have just been jumping to assumption, like, you know, people be looking around or whatever. But don't ignore that type of stuff. So I get what I need and everything, and I'm headed to go. Like to leave, to go back to practice. So I get in the car, and the man comes out, and he says, he's like he looks at me, and you know, like, I'm a friendly person, but when I'm out here, I don't be too friendly. Like, I'd be like, hey, how you doing, you know, stuff like that, and keep it moving because I don't know who you are. So I'm in the car, I make sure I lock them doors, you know, and I'm ready to, you know, drive off. So he's like looking at me. So I'm like, I was like, he was like signaling, like he was doing something with his hands, like telling me like to roll down the window or something like that. And I was like, like no, huh, what, no, I'm not about to do that. So I was like, okay. So then I put the car in reverse, and I backed out of that thing, and then I started driving. You know, they got stop signs, pedestrians. I wasn't stopping for nothing, okay? And then, you know, right by my, like, the place where I go to my volleyball, they have like a parking lot, like it was like a Home Depot right there. So I was like, okay, well, if the man, because like when I tell you, I drive out, and then it's like he got in his car, then he reversed too, and he started driving too. So I'm like, I'm like, oh my gosh. So I didn't stop. I was gone. I didn't stop at no stop sign. I was going, and then I parked in the parking lot that I told you guys at the Home Depot. And so I was like, okay, he's not here. I don't see him. You know, I'm looking, and then I didn't see him no more. So I'm just in the car, and I call my dad, like, Dad, like, this guy, it seemed like he was trying to follow me. He was like, you know, that was a smart move that you made. I told him what I had did. He said that was a smart move, be careful and stuff like that. And so yeah, so I was like, okay, cool, I'm good. So I turned, I'm sitting at the Lowe's, because, you know, or the Lowe's or this Home Depot, whatever it was. I'm sitting there because I don't want to go to practice because there's nobody there, and it's an empty parking lot. So it's like, if something happened to me, something just happened to me. So I'm sitting at the parking lot, and I'm just sitting there waiting for practice to start, you know, so I can go over. So I'm waiting, and I'm like, okay. So I wait. I'm waiting about for like 45 minutes. Okay, cool. And I'm like, okay, it's time to go to practice. You know, I'm good. I'm straight, Carrie. Like, you good. You straight, sis. So I'm trying to crank up the car, and the car does not crank up. Mean you, my dad, and my parents, like, at the end of the day, I go to practice by myself. Practice like a 45-minute to an hour drive. So I'm like, okay, oh my gosh. Like, I wasn't like freaking out because I know my dad, he was gonna come and, you know, help me out. But I'm like, the car is not cranking up. And then the gas light comes on. I'm like, you know, that doesn't make sense because I put gas in this car. You know, so that doesn't make sense because I always make sure that I have half a tank to full. I do not go below half. So I'm like, why isn't this car cutting on? Like, that's crazy. Like, the gas light's cutting on. So I'm trying to cut the car on. It will not cut on. So I'm trying to become a mechanic. I'm trying to figure out, okay, so is the check engine light? Let me pump the hood. You know, that's what I'm thinking. Like, let me try to figure this thing out. The tires, let me check the tires, something like that. Do I gotta, you know? So, yeah. And it just would not crank. So I called my dad. I was like, no, Dad, this car is not cranking up. He's like,
hey, cut the car off, try to cut back on.
Did not crank at all. So he's like,
okay, well, just get out the car and I'll be there.
Me and you, I had the windows rolled down because I wasn't trying to spend no gas. Because, you know, when you turn that air conditioner on, you're spending gas money. So I was like, you know what, I can roll down the windows, get the wind, get the natural wind to come through the car. I wasn't trying to spend no gas because gas money is high. I'm telling you, I don't play about gas. So I said, okay. So he was like,
okay, I'm coming.
And I'm like, well, Dad, you know, these windows are rolled down. You know, we got change in the car, some spare change. I have my little speaker, my little Bluetooth speaker. So I'm like, you know, I covered everything up so nobody could see it. He's like,
okay, I'll be there.
I had to walk to practice. But telling you, the walk to practice was like only 12 minutes. Like, practice, like the parking lot for the Home Depot is right there, and then my practice is like 12 minutes away from like a walk. So it wasn't far, and it wasn't like, oh, this is dangerous. Like, I was right there, a lot of people around. So if something happened to me, you know, people all around to see. So it's not like I gotta go through no bushes or no, cause nah, that wouldn't have happened. I just probably wouldn't have made it to practice that day. But I do not want to get in trouble by my dad. He was like, you know,
just go to practice. I got it. I got you. I'm coming.
And you know, these windows are rolled down, so I'm hoping nobody go in the car. So I'm at practice, and then this girl come in. She's my teammate. She's like,
Carrie, I'm trying to figure out who dropped you off all the way down there and made you walk all the way up here.
And I was like, girl, the car wouldn't crank. And I'm over here trying to figure out. So I'm talking to a coach. The coach is like, okay, let's try to figure this thing out. Did you leave something on? Because, you know, that's how cars can go dead. Like, if you leave something on, you know, you leave something on. I was like, no, I didn't leave nothing on. Like, I didn't leave nothing on. Like, and, you know, it was like the gas light was coming on. But I know I had gas in this car, so that don't make sense. Like, I don't understand how the gas got out. Now, you know, like, when you're in the hood, like, people be stealing stuff. I hope nobody, like, when I was at the gas station, somebody got the gas out of the car real quick. Because, you know, that don't even make sense because I was driving the car. So, you know, it's like, or they took a few little pints. You know, I'm just trying to come up with all conclusions. Like, what could have happened? So, we trying to figure it out. The coach is like, you know, did you forget to leave, like, did you leave something on? Did you leave the lights on? I was like, no, like, I'm good. Like, I turned everything off. So, practice starts, and I'm, you know, I got it off my mind. Like, you know, I'm focused on practice. It just naturally got off my mind. And then my dad, I was okay, well, I'm about to go there. I called my dad. I was like, Dad, are you like, you good? Like, he's like, yeah. And he got the car. He put it in the parking lot where I go to my volleyball. And he was just waiting for me, and I drove home, and I was straight. He said,
what you had left the lights on the night before.
I always, like, every time, because, like, practice ends late, so I be coming home late or whatever, and, you know, you have to have the lights on at night. And I forgot to turn the lights off, and I didn't know. So I had the lights on that whole whole night, the whole day. And I didn't have those, I had the lights on. So when I think about it, I'm like, okay, that's probably what that man was trying to tell me. He was probably trying to tell me that I had my lights on. And I was like, dang, but I didn't know him, so I wasn't going to try to take that risk by rolling down that window or trying to, hey. So I was like, but I'm pretty sure that's probably what he was trying to tell me. Y'all. So that's exactly what happened. That's why the car went dead. But yeah. Alright, y'all. So I'm definitely going to bring more story times for y'all. I want to entertain you guys. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn those post notifications on. Thank you for watching, and bye.